love you. All the good times we had, I wish I could repeat them. For the past 3 months, love been feeling a little feeble.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Let me check one thing right quick, make sure everything's fine. No, it's not. Yes, sir. No, it's not. My apologies, everyone. Okay. Welcome back to another video. My apologies for that. I accidentally forgot to check it before the video. So today, from a young black male perspective, or a young black dude perspective, or whatever you want to call it, I'm going to tell you how I feel about this. Simple. The whole Dave Chappelle situation. I watched it. I watched the, what you call it, comedy special. I liked it. I feel like he talked about something real and honest. But then I see other sides of it. Does that make sense? So with that being said, let's get into it. And before we get into this video, y'all be sure to pre-order my album that's coming out on Bandcamp. Links will be in the description below. Now let's get into the video.
It's been said in the press that I was invited to speak to the transgender employees at Netflix, and I refuse. That is not true. If they had invited me, I would have accepted it, although I am confused about what we're speaking about. I said what I said, and boy, I heard what you said. My God, how could I not? You said you want a safe working environment at Netflix. Well, it seems like I'm the only one that can't go to the office anymore.
Do y'all understand what he just said?
I want everyone in this audience to know that even though the media frames this, that it's me versus that community, that is not what it is. Do not blame the LGBTQ community for any of this shit. This has nothing to do with them. It's about corporate interests and what I can say and what I cannot say. For the record, and I need you to know this, everyone I know from that community has been nothing but loving and supporting. So I don't know what all this nonsense is about.
Excuse me.
In summer 2020, when the whole world shut down, I was outside doing shows. My neighbor had a cornfield, and he let me throw shows there, and people came from all over the country. Some people came from around the world to see those shows. The best comedians on earth came to my home and broke bread with me, and we lived our lives. We found a way to keep moving forward. I made a whole documentary about it. The first night of those shows was a piece that some of you might have seen. It was called 846, and it dealt with the death, the murder of George Floyd. This film that I made was invited to every film festival in the United States, and some of those invitations I accepted. And when this controversy came out about the closer, they began disinviting me from these film festivals. And now, today, not a film company, not a movie studio, not a film festival, nobody will touch this film. Thank God for Ted Sarandos at Netflix. He's the only one that didn't cancel me yet. To the transgender community, I am more than willing to give you an audience, but you will not summon me. I am not bending to anybody's demands. And if you want to meet with me, I'd be more than willing to, but I have some conditions. First of all, you cannot come if you have not watched my special from beginning to end. You must come to a place of my choosing and a time of my choosing. And thirdly, you must admit that Hannah Gatsby is not funny.
Okay.
I desperately want people to see this movie. But I understand why investors would be nervous. Since nobody will touch it, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will make it available for all of you in 10 American cities, going on sale in the next few days. You will be able to see this movie in its entirety, and you can see what they're trying to obstruct you from seeing. And you can judge for yourself, but you cannot have this conversation and exclude my voice from it. That is only fair. You have to answer the question, am I canceled or not? Then let's go. Thank you very much, and good night.
Okay. What I'm going to say on this, Dave Chappelle said how he felt. I feel like the new generation, as we are, everybody can't think the same. No, everybody has to think the same. That's what I'm trying to say. If you think differently, you're the issue. My dad was telling me this. He was saying, some people I know may not agree with the LGBT. May not fuck with that at all. Some people I know may be Republicans, or Democrats. Some people I know may be Trump supporters or fucking Joe Biden supporters. Some people I know may be feminists or may be so traditional where it's like, fuck feminism. But you know one thing? They all respect each other. They all cool with each other. They can still talk to each other. It's good to agree and disagree. I feel like he told us how he felt. He did. Throughout that whole comedy special, he didn't make fun of no one. He talked about his one transgender friend that got hate from the community because she stood up for him. And then she killed herself. So I'm like, everybody's so quick to cancel someone because you don't understand someone. Or people jump on bandwagons saying, oh, Dave Chappelle, he's homophobic. They did the same shit with fucking Michael Myers. The nigga don't even say nothing the whole movie. And they calling him homophobic because he killed a gay couple. Who cares? Not like in a mean way, but like, who cares what Michael Myers did? If that offended you, he killed an interracial couple as well. Equality. He stabbed a white dude, stabbed a black lady in her throat. Killed the whole fire department. Killed all the men in the neighborhood. And killed the lady in the house. So, I mean, like, our new generation, we are so quick to cancel every little thing that one person don't agree with, or like a one popular person don't agree with. And once that one popular person don't agree with it, it's like, fuck it. Everybody gonna cancel them. We gonna make it where they can't make money and everything else. To me, that's just stupid. It's like, if you don't like something, you don't have to like it. That's okay. Agree to disagree and call it a day. Like, if I don't like something, I don't go out my way to tell everybody else not to like it. Like Dave Chappelle, he didn't do nothing offensive to me. I don't get why people are so offended. I get why people are offended. But it's like, he didn't say nothing to belittle your community. Does that make sense? He just said how he felt. Like how it comes to the white LGBT, they got more power than the other people. That's what I've seen or what I've been reading about. A lot of the white LGBT is on all these higher up positions in Hollywood and this and that and this and that. So they got all the money. The black LGBT, the people I talk to, they be like, hey, we don't get shit. Oh, we get, we get overlooked. Black trans people I know, They be the ones that get beat on, messed up, and everything else, especially in Atlanta. So it's sad, and they don't talk about all that. But when Dave Chappelle say something about his friend that he used to know when she passed away, and this and that in the I don't even call it a movie. I call it a stand-up comedy special. That's why I call it. But if you want to call it movie, I'm like, what's the issue? He just told everybody how he feel. It's like one of those things where people will say that's the problem, but it's not a problem. It's like, I just feel like, honestly, I go all day with this. If you don't agree with someone, you don't have to agree with someone's lifestyle. Long as you could look that person in the eye and respect them as a human being, you'll be fine. You don't have to watch that person ever in your life, ever again, if they offended you one time. It's okay. You're a human. And if you don't want to be identified as human, it's okay. You're a person, or you're somebody with organs and blood and brain and everything else. You know? That's who you are. And everybody has the right to believe and think how they think. And everybody has the right to live how they live. Everybody has the right to be happy. Dave Chappelle offended you. It's okay. But trying to counsel him because he said how he felt, now that's wrong. And corporate trying to put their agenda on Dave Chappelle, that's wrong. Because that was capitalism. It starts back in those corporate offices. He said it himself. He said, it's fucking corporate trying to filter what I could say. I should be able to say whatever the fuck I want to say. I feel like everyone should be able to say what the fuck they want to say and be able to stand on that shit. If you can stand on what you say, look yourself in the mirror and face all the consequences, it's fine. But we can't do that no more because everybody offended. And it's sad. Because I know comedians back in the day, they wouldn't survive nowadays. They wouldn't. That's the world we live in. At the end of the day, I salute Dave Chappelle. He's a free black man. That's what a free black man look like. He can say whatever the fuck he want, and the money doesn't even affect him. He do not care because he have enough money to take care of himself. Simple. And he walked away from 50 million. I don't know many black people, a lot of black men that could walk away from 50 million like that. Ice Cube walked away from that 9 million I seen, but that's still a lot. I'm just saying 50 million, that's a lot. 9 million, you can always get that back on Ice Cube status. You know, on Ice Cube level, you know, he can always make that million on something else. That's, you know, he can make up to, I bet, 20 million on anything he do. That's how big his brand is, at least to me personally. But yeah, that's just how I feel. I just feel like everybody should be able to think for themselves. Stop jumping on bandwagons. That's not smart. Stop jumping on because one person feels some type of way. That means you feel like everybody else have to feel the same type of way. Don't. That's not. Just be yourself. Do whatever you feel like is right at the end of the day. Regardless of who you like, who you love, and anything else. Just do what you want at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, when you die, it's just going to be you and whatever else you go to after you die. Simple. That being said, be sure to like, subscribe, stay tuned to the next video. I don't mean to offend no one. This is how I feel. If I get canceled, so be it. I don't really care about that. I'm going to keep making my videos because I love doing this for fun. Peace.
Mario the poet.